I'm getting this thing started, y'all, I got to apologize. I've been driving my damn co-host crazy trying to get episode 379 out, man. It's just been one of those days that just it's been one of those days because we're doing new stuff, man. The quality of some of our stuff has just been bothering me, so we had to work. So we've been working for a while, man. So she's in a foul mood. Hopefully everything will get better.
That's really rude of you to say. Like, it's not like it's that we sat here for like 40 minutes while he's like, no, that's not quite right. No, that's not quite right. If you were here, you would be also insane. So how rude of you.
I apologize, Tiffany. I'm trying to do better. Even right now, I'm like making adjustments. This is
I know.
show 379, and the title of the show is Everything, Everywhere, All at Once. We finally got a chance to go to the movies and check out that little gem. So I'm looking forward to talking about it. We got some news this week too, starting with some Stranger Things news, man. It's got a different look of an actual trailer. They've been showing garbage for the longest time, but they actually got a trailer this week. Also, we have what else? What's the name of that thing?
Crimes of the Future.
Crimes of the Future. Right. I was about to say something against humanity or some shit like that. Crimes against humanity. So Crimes of the Future. That's something brand new that may end up being something interesting for us to preview. And we got a Facts on Patrol game. We haven't done this a raw Facts on Patrol in a long time. So Tiff suggested that we do what is it, Tiff?
4 questions about like parallel universe or time travel, basically. Yeah, timeline movies.
Yeah, that kind of stuff. So yeah, so that's what we're gonna do. And then the name of the main topic that Tiff has been clamoring to get to. What is it, Tiff?
Everything, everywhere, all at once.
Yes, everything, everywhere, all at once. So, that's going to do it, man. That's the show, and that's how we're going to roll. Are you ready to roll?
Yes.
Wonderful. Let's go. All right, man, we are back. It's social media time, so you can find out other places to listen to us and enjoy the goodness that is Fans of Patrol. Could you tell the people, Tiff?
For everything Fans of Patrol, go to fansofpatrol.com. That's our main hub. You can get to us by emailing us at fans@fansofpatrol.com or on our social media, which is Instagram, Facebook, and Twitter at Fans of Patrol. Check out our Patreon, subscribe to our YouTube, and listen on your favorite listening platform.
Indeed. Thank you for that. Mm-hmm. And these were your show notes, Tiff. I was quite impressed with some of this that you were able to dig up this week. What do we got?
So this week I found, was there already a trailer? There was like a short trailer for Stranger Things.
About a year ago they showed.
Yeah, that kind of the beginning.
Yeah.
Of this trailer, where the girl's in the thing and you think it's 11.
Yeah.
So this is the new trailer for Stranger Things, and it's gonna come out. What is it? July, August, September? July. I feel like it's July.
Oh, okay. I thought I saw May, but I'm always.
Oh my God! It could be May. I'm lost, everybody. Well, wait, it'll show us at the end of the trailer, but
yeah.
I don't know. I wanted to ask you how you felt about this because I know that you probably, I know that you have continued to enjoy this show, whereas I have, not so much.
Yeah, you put it down a while ago, and it is May. It's May 27th. Yeah. So. The last season, was my least favorite season. It just seemed like they were just like wedging, they were just extending the story just because it was successful. It really felt that way. There was some nice whimsical things that happened, especially with the heavy nostalgia that is this show. And it just didn't seem like the story was being, they moved it along, because this person was there, the family moved out, blah, 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 dee, dee, dee. And you were like, wow, so this is not going to be around that much longer. And then they said Stranger Things 4. And I was like, for real? Well, so-and-so, and this happened, and that happened. And so I figured that it was just going to, suck. You know what I'm saying? Like, it was going to run it into the ground. Until I saw this trailer, tiffelbot. This trailer has changed my whole outlook on things with this. Because they're bringing back, some characters. They look like a character like Billy standing up, acting a fool. You hear Harper's voice, and that's cool. I don't have any more powers. The government's like, it's a war. So it's like, whoa, what the hell is this whole thing has changed, you know? So it looks like we're gonna find out what exactly the government was doing, and then they introduce a tangible, um, you know, bad guy. You know, seemingly at the end, not just a creature going, wah, wah, you know, it's upside down world. Because it was like, okay, so what? You got creatures in the upside down world that's basically like lions and tigers, you know, like predators. But you know, the bad guys, the creatures from the other side never seem to have any kind of, you know, sentient type of plan or anything. You know, it's just something that exists. So now it's kind of dope that you're like, okay, maybe the government was right, but just going about it like the government do, all effed up, and they were trying to prepare because they knew something was trying to come and destroy the world or take over the world. So I don't know. It looks good to me, Tim.
I feel like this is a really in-depth discussion, like a conspiracy theory presents Stranger Things the trailer, because you're like, not that it's not factual to this trailer, but that like you're like, I feel like, you know what I mean? I actually do agree with you. This is not a bad trailer, but I actually think that they have always kind of done that, where like the trailer I felt was really good. And the
Mhm.
show, here's the thing. As much as I like whatever about the show, you know, that it's not whatever, I think it's because I liked that first season so well. I think that if I had seen one of these other seasons as if that was the first time I'd ever watched it, I probably wouldn't
That's a good
think the
point.
same thing.
That's a good point, Tiff, because it hit me when they showed, you know, the one kid playing basketball, and they were high schoolers now. You know what I'm saying? And I was like, 80s high schoolers, you know, horror thing would be cool
Hmm.
too. You know, so in my opinion, while them, you know, we were always like, who cares? Because you know they were like cute little kids doing the stuff, you know, like the ET adventures, you know, but horror. And now they're teenagers, and all horror movies in the 80s was teenagers, right?
Yeah.
And so, you know, now they're all teenagers, and then like, you know, the brother and the sister, they're grown and stuff. And it just looks like it's like it found itself again in this trailer. Hopefully I'm right, because you know, for the longest I've always wanted this to be more, but those, you know, that last season and even the season before that was just, you know, it was disappointing compared to the first season. You're right. You know, first season was just like, but now maybe that we're over the shock and awe of how good the first season was and what we have now, starting from one of those seasons, you probably would love it too. You know, like, oh shit, this
Yeah.
is pretty good. I agree with you. That's really insightful there.
Thank you. I'm very smart. I do think that not to be like, but it's weird. Some of these kids look weird.
Oh, they're getting older. Um,
You know what I mean? And I'm not saying that like, oh, kids, I'm saying that in like lots of different ways, but like mostly in the way that like it's weird to see people whose show, like whose actions in the show, like just last season, Will was making baby decisions because he's a baby. And now he's an adult or a teenager in this. I mean, he's a teenager in the show, but it's like it's hard for me to grasp that they would continue. I'm assuming they're going to skip, right? They're going to be like, time has passed, but I don't know how they're going to do that because some of the plot lines of the movie were not, of the show were not resolved. So like if they're not skipping, it's going to be hard for me to reconcile his extraordinarily childish decision making from the last season.
yeah, well, he's growner, you know, so they're all high schoolers now. So
Right. So you have to be like, oh, are we just? I guess my question is, have they bumped up the timeline? And if so, how are they going to do that? And if they haven't, how are they going to explain the
I think
age
they, I
difference?
think they're gonna bump up the timeline maybe a little bit because you know they're still kids, but I bet you they faded away now they're in high school because what nerd playing Dungeons and Dragons is on the basketball team? I ain't haven't seen that in 100 years. You know, I was like, well, he never played no sports.
Actually, I think that probably happens a lot more now than you'd think.
Really? Hmm.
Yeah, probably.
Nerds were nerds and they stayed nerds when I was
I
in
mean, this
school.
nerds being a maybe more allowed or socially acceptable to do that stuff, but then also not nerds having social permission to engage in
And see, a nerd back in
nerdy
the 80s would have never
activity.
had social permission to all of a sudden
Right,
hang
that's what
out
I'm
with the
saying.
jocks. Yeah. So interested enough, man. I'm looking forward to it. May 27th. Always in the summertime. Last time I think they were in the
It was
4th of
July
Yeah,
because that was the 4th of July. That's
yeah,
probably. I mean, but yeah.
yeah. So I'm interested again.
You wouldn't be. No offense, but you would be interested no matter what.
Nope.
Liar.
No. Look, goddamn, Tiff. If you remember at the end of the last season, I was like, I don't think I'm not interested no more. I was like, who cares? And then when they showed last year Hopper, I was like, oh, come on, man, who cares about this shit now? But now I'm interested again.
All right.
Yeah. So there we go. What else do we got?
Okay. So, the trailer for Crimes of the Future, which is a Cronenberg film.
Yes.
It's going to be weird and gross, and everybody's going to have to deal with it. But you see this, and you can see that there's going to be gross body horror stuff, and you're going to be like, I'm sick. But it's got so many famous people in it.
Yeah.
There's Viggo Mortensen. There he is.
Haven't seen him in a billion years, man.
I think the last movie. No, he was in the Green Book.
Yeah.
But I didn't see that.
I didn't.
But he was also the man with the ears on his head. I don't like that. I think like the last movie I kind of remember him being in was that one where he's like an outlaw in a bar and there's a shotgun.
Oh, History of Violence.
Yeah, that's the one.
Which was effing dope because the twist on that sucker is like, are you kidding me? When the twist happened, I was like, oh, okay, I'm all twisted out. Jesus. I mean,
no more twists.
Right. They twisted that to death. And then, not that we need to go down his career, but was Eastern Promises? Was that that Russian, mafia movie he was in and stuff like that?
I don't know. I'm going to say yes.
Yeah, he's a great actor, old Aragorn himself, and he's a weirdo. I know for sure.
Aragorn,
right? He's one of those actors that's, I mean, I don't know. He's like a famous, not famous type of personality. It's like I've seen some interviews with him, and I'm like, wow, he really struggles to be just a regular dude. So it's just interesting. This looks like a hot mess to me, tiffelbot.
Oh my god.
Yeah, it's like I didn't even know those was ears on his head till you just saw that. Now I'm like, those was ears on his damn head. Terrible, man. Yeah, a lot of gross stuff in this thing, man. I mean, is this a TV movie or a movie?
It's a movie. Ding dong. Why?
It's going to the theaters.
It's got Kristen Stewart in it and Viggo Mortensen.
You never know. Sometimes, yeah, Kristen Stewart.
Cronenberg's a very famous director. Actually directed.
And the thing about what I was saying is that you just never know what's coming on streaming and what's coming on to the theater now. Movies that you would definitely think that would do good in the theaters, have came on streaming, and so it's just never know. So,
no, I see what you're saying. That it'll be a theatrical home release.
Yeah, that's
no. I'm sure that'll go to the theater. We're over the theatrical home release now.
Oh well,
we're not doing that no more.
We just did a couple of Ryan Reynolds films that.
Yeah.
But that last movie we watched is actually doing really, really well, man.
Yeah, but Ryan Reynolds is turning into the new Adam Sandler, where he just wants to fart his stink in every room.
God damn it, tiffelbot.
I'm sorry. Some rooms are not for your stink. And then he's just like not proud. He's like, sure, I'll shit in this dumpster if you pay me $5 so you can watch. Like, how shameless. Fucking shameless.
The thoughts and opinions of tiffelbot does not reflect.
Oh yes, in case Ryan Reynolds or any of his associates hear this.
No, I like Ryan.
I don't dislike him either. But like, if you start just to do everything and anything, then you aren't. Are you creating art, or are you just a monster who's trying to make more and more money?
Oh shit. Anyway.
This was a bad day to record because I'm grumpy.
Oh, no. But that's it for the news, everybody. And I'm not grumpy. So we're going to take a break, and we're going to be right back. We're going to shake that grump off because it's time to play some games and have some fun.
Ooh, I'm going to lose.
We'll be right back. We have return from the darkness, from other dimensions. It's time for Facts on Patrol, where we're going to do some other dimensional type of questions, hidden timelines, parallel timelines, anything to do with time travel timelines. So, if this is your first time listening to the show, thank you, man. Thank you for sitting down with us, man. We love you for that.
Yes.
Also, in this middle section, we do whatever we want to do. We play games.
Yeah, we're the boss here. Unlike the rest of the sections where it's also whatever we kind of want to do.
Right. Yeah. We follow a format. This one
we have a format, but this one does change. Yeah, it's like whatever
Yeah.
It's mostly like whatever we can get together.
Yeah. Games, previews
Lists.
of what do you call those things? Episodes of shows, lists, the countdowns and stuff, which I think might be my favorite. I love counting shit down. Other than that,
I love counting shit down.
I love
the
counting
Montego
shit
Bradley
down.
story.
Number 10 of what?
Actually, I love counting shit down as a book would be really great if you started with chapter 10 and went down to 1.
Oh, wow.
You're welcome, everybody. Don't take my fucking ideas. At least give us $1 on Patreon, you sons of bitches.
God damn. We also have a Patreon.
Giving them out for free, my ideas. Here they come, vomit. Anyway.
D, we're doing Facts on Patrol.
Mm-hmm.
Kind of reel her in, y'all.
Gosh, it's a dowser with water.
So this is, like I already explained, time travel. So this is your game, Tiff. So you host. Go ahead.
Yeah, but does that mean you want to be asked first or answer first?
It's all up to you.
Oh, but that was both the same thing. I'll ask you.
Yeah, okay.
I have asked this question before, I'm pretty sure. So this is a revisited question to see if Montego can answer it.
She about to put some 12 Monkeys bullshit in here or something.
Actually, no.
Oh.
But yes, later. Name the rabbit in Donnie Darko. Have you learned your lesson?
God damn it. Freddy?
No, but it's so close. I kind of want to give it to you. That's so good. That's
Wait
a good.
Wait a minute.
Okay.
I did answer straight out, so it's too late. So are any of your questions multiple?
Hell no, and don't give me multiple choices either.
Oh, well, see.
If mine aren't, then yours shouldn't be.
Okay, this might be a terrible game, but I had multiple choice. I was giving, because
I'm sorry.
For the people who first time listeners, normally we have multiple choice.
That's not even true. It's just
No.
whenever sometimes.
Well, most of the time, if we're doing Facts on Patrol, we normally have you can answer straight out, or you can do multiple choice. Straight out questions is 2 points. Multiple choice questions is only 1 if you get it. So, what is the dumb bunny's name?
Frank.
Damn, I was close.
I know. That's why I said you were close.
Damn, but that close don't get you there. Damn it.
Close doesn't win the race.
Damn.
Second place, first loser.
I had
Anyway.
this in my mind though, man, because I knew it was. I was there. God damn it. Okay.
My turn. Now you can embarrass me because I won't know the answer,
And
even
I have
if I've seen the
multiple
movie.
choice too. So
Don't. We're not doing it.
God damn it! I had to look up these names for multiple choice. Go ahead. So in the movie Doctor Strange,
Yes.
what was the name of the outer dimensional god? I got multiple choice.
I should know this. Give me the fine. Give me the multiple choice.
Multiple choice. Is it Malekith? Is it Caletheus? Is it Mordo? Is it Dormammu?
Dormammu.
And that is correct. That is
So, okay, if I answer straight out, it's 2. Multiple choice, it's 1.
Yeah.
Same for you, because you have to do them straight out.
But you don't have any multiple choice, though, right?
I know. That's why you only gonna get 2
I
points.
just get.
Do you want me? I can just make shit up. I can just make shit up.
This is a challenge, man. That means.
Holy shit! Look how excited he is. He's never been a good winner or a good loser, but he is excited by the possibilities.
Yeah,
It's gonna happen.
getting
He likes to live in the moment.
Yeah, God.
All right.
Right.
Jesus fuck. Okay, are you ready for your second question?
I am.
What technology or whatever, what do they call the thing that allows people to move through time in Tenet?
God damn it. God damn it. Wow. I only seen Tenet one time.
Yeah, this is a mean question because I don't even know if people who I know you liked the movie, but I don't even know if people who have seen it multiple times would be like easily answer this question. Maybe you would because they do talk about it quite a bit.
Oh shit. I just Breakers. I don't know. I have no idea.
Yeah, excellent.
Yeah.
This is a good one. It is. It was weird as I looked it up because I was like, what is it? It's kind of like either reverse entropy or time inversion. Yeah.
So, wow. Okay. Yeah.
So like they hit him with like a thing and then they go, listen,
I would have
I
never
didn't
got
care
that.
much for it.
Oh,
So
I
I don't
like
really
Penny.
remember. I know you did. I know. Okay. Sorry, my
So
nose is really just making a horrible noise.
I'm
Ugh.
being butt raped here. So here we go.
Do not say shit like that.
So in the movie Back to the Future,
Yes.
what two alternate outcomes become of the character Red? It's a good question. There's no multiple choice for this one either.
I have seen this movie
Yes.
many times,
Yes.
but it's been a long time, I think, since the last time I saw it.
Okay.
And I don't even remember this character.
Yeah, it's a minor character.
Red, you said?
Yep. Red.
I'm going to say one, he wins the lottery.
Okay.
The other one, he's homeless.
Oh shit! One of them was homeless, but you needed both of them. He was mayor in the old days.
Yeah, I was gonna say okay. Now I do.
Mayor
Jesus.
Red, and then he was the bum. He was the homeless guy.
Yes. Okay. Cool. Real cool.
Yeah.
Real cool question, bro.
Yeah, it was a good question. I know. Okay.
Fuck off. Yeah, I know. Good job, me. Point to me for asking this question.
I know.
Okay.
So,
let me get to
I'm
next
still
one.
losing 1-0. So, okay.
Name the fawn from Lion, the Witch, and the Wardrobe.
The fawn.
He's a satyr, but I think they call him a fawn in the book and movie.
Yeah, he's played by James McAvoy.
He sure is. Everyone's getting horny.
Mr. Tumnus.
It is Tumnus. I definitely thought you wouldn't get that. That's so adorable that you know that. Yeah, it's 2 points for you. Now you're winning, and you can finally shut up.
Shit. I feel like $1 million.
Oh my god, you're the fucking worst. I don't even understand the point of any of this. Go on. Ask me my dumb question for dum dums.
Okay, this is a pretty good one, but this is not a tiffelbot question.
Oh, how nice of you.
In the Terminator franchise,
Sure.
how many times has the hero, John Connor, been killed?
Do you think I've never seen Terminator?
Oh, you seen them? I said the franchise. I didn't say one movie. I said,
I've seen all of them except for that one.
All right, then there you go. How many times?
But do I remember them? Yeah, no, I don't.
Damn. Okay.
Not because they're bad. You guys, there's something wrong with my mind. Okay? I don't know how to explain this to any of you.
I have multiple choice.
No. It wouldn't matter anyway because it's just numbers, and if I don't know, it's just guessing. So I'm just gonna go flat out here and say 3.
Oh shit! So close. It was actually
2.
It's 2. Yep.
Damn it!
So
You
close.
sons of bitches! I thought there'd be like a forward, backward, through time bullshit. Kill twice.
I thought it was actually more than that, and I was like, let me think, no, it's
So
it was
fucking
2 times.
rude.
He
Well,
died,
I'm not gonna win now.
He died in Terminator, the shitty one, Genesis, I believe that's the name of it. Not Genesis, it might have been Genesis, where he was the Terminator, so they killed him, and then like he died in the last movie. In a story, they got Edward Furlong to come and play his young
I
self,
love Edward Furlong.
and he got shot in the back, and the mother explains he was dead, so that counted as 2. So then,
Guys, it technically counts as 2.
yeah,
Anyway, okay, so your last question.
My last question.
It is some 12 Monkeys bullshit. Let's get on it.
Okay.
And 12 Monkeys.
I knew it. I was like, well,
what does Cole have a recurring dream about?
The end of the world.
No.
Damn. Okay.
It's like airport chase scene where a man gets shot.
Yeah, I saw this movie way back in the day when I was like,
I'm smelling a Patreon.
And I didn't like it, so
Oh, you guys, it's on. He hates it. We're watching it for the Patreon. I cannot wait to hear him complain about something or the mental gymnastics he will go through to try to tell me it's okay now.
The only thing I remember about that movie, honestly, is Brad Pitt like being all skinny and acting a fool, and and I was like,
so
what is this about?
I read something on the internet about that. That's why I was laughing earlier about. Brad Pitt. Anyway,
What's
go
up
on.
with Brad Pitt? What's wrong
Because
with that?
because the internet said he wanted to change his sex symbol image in this movie, so he wore brown contacts, and I was like, brown eyes,
That's it.
sexy, very rude of you to say that.
Wow. Well, okay.
Yeah, rude motherfucker.
Just
Anyway,
okay. In the movie,
that was, you're like, that was it. That's all he said. Anyway, go on.
in the movie Avengers Endgame.
Yes.
What? Oh, I'm so sorry.
He can't.
like-
He's like,
like,
the
what did I
question
write?
is, what was my question?
What did I write here? In the movie's Avengers Endgame,
Yeah.
what team member first coined the term America's ass? have
I know the
multiple-
obvious answer, but I think it's Tony Stark.
Tony Stark is incorrect.
It is not Captain America.
It's incorrect.
Who is it? Who said it?
Scott Lang said it. He said, that's America's ass. As far as I'm concerned, that's America's ass.
I would never have gotten that. I would never have gotten that.
Really?
Never.
Okay, I thought it was a good question.
Who?
Scott Lang, Ant-Man. Scott.
Oh.
Yeah, he was like that. As far as I'm concerned, that's America's ass.
I do love him,
Yeah.
but that's okay. It's fine.
Yeah.
It's fine.
So, man, that's it, man. That's the game. So, who won here?
You.
Wow. And what are the
And that's how good it feels is that you had to ask me.
Abysmo 2 to 1.
That was rough. You
I
know,
know.
I think like we don't share a lot. We do share some. I think a lot of what we share is on this show, and then everything else is just
Oh.
we don't like the same things.
I should have got Freddie or Frank. I should have got that. The 12 Monkeys one.
Someday I'm gonna know everything.
Yeah, there you go. It's called Death.
Oh, okay.
Whoa.
That feels like a threat.
Not at all.
It's on recording for the any murders that happen.
Yeah, all over the internet. So that's it, man. That's our game. I won.
Oh,
win.
Jesus Christ, you guys. This is fucking
always win.
terrible. Let's look at this man is a bad man.
That's my general vibe. So anyway, man, that's it. We're gonna take a breaky poo, and we're gonna come back. It's time. It's main topic time, man. I'm looking forward to it. So hold on to them.
Cheeks.
Cheeks. We'll be
Every
right
day
back.
should fuck you. It's cheeks.
And returning from that utter ass whooping is me and tiffelbot. So it's time to move forward. It's time for the main topic. It's time for Everything, Everywhere, All at Once. A film that we have been waiting for the longest, and the release date has been a little weird, tiffelbot. You know, it's been slated to be released at this time, slated to be released at that time, and we just been waiting. So it finally came out everywhere, because I think it was released a long time ago in select cities and stuff like that. So this is a action adventure comedy. It is. And let me see. 2022 rated R, 2 hours 19 minutes. An Asian Chinese immigrant is swept up in an insane adventure where she alone can save the world by exploring other universes, connecting with the lives she could have led. That's an excellent, excellent synopsis there. I'm gonna let you have fun and tell us who's in this movie, Tiff.
Okay. So excuse me for anybody's name that I say incorrectly, but it's Michelle Yeoh, who we love.
We love Michelle Yeoh. Got more stuff coming too.
Stephanie Hsu,
Yes.
Ki Hua Kwan.
Short Round is in the house.
Yeah, so there I was so impressed by him. Sorry, getting ahead. Jenny Slate,
Yes.
Harry Shum.
Yes.
Harry Shum Jr., who most people would probably recognize from Glee.
Yes.
Very hot. So I'm uncomfortably hot.
Okay.
James Hong
My
and Jamie Lee Curtis.
Boy, James.
I know, I can't believe James Hong is in this movie.
What's his name in Revenge of the Nerds? Snotty. And Jamie Lee Curtis, the fabulous
Lee
Jamie
Curtis.
So,
Yep.
so wonderful, wonderful cast. So we're about to hit it hard. It's time for one. Word. One word, Tiff. What you got?
So I'm gonna say beautiful.
Beautiful.
Mm-hmm.
I am interested. Why beautiful?
I like the message of this movie.
The message,
Hmm.
the message.
And it's also, I think, a beautifully shot movie. I think that there's lots of really great things that happen in it.
Well, the Russos had a lot to do with this movie, Tiff.
I know.
Yeah, I was like, oh, wow. I didn't know that until, the credits were rolling. And I was like, the way the movie went, it had you scared to leave. You're just like, wait,
Right, sure.
is this? So I was like, oh, the Russos did this. The Russos did this. Okay, cool. My one word, man, is marvelous, man.
Mm-hmm.
100% marvelous. There were moments in this movie that I didn't think I was gonna like it. I was like, hey, I don't know, but it was so original. Oh my God, it's so original, and
Mm-hmm.
that really really stuck with me. The originality of the idea and the concept of what they were doing in this movie, and even the direction it took toward the end. Like
Mm-hmm.
the things that you were kind of hinting at. So let's hit the spoilers so we can get into it 100%. So man, I was late to the movies. No, I'm just playing.
I was like, Jesus Christ, you're kidding.
So you get there, and they give you this crash course really fast of people in this family's life in this laundromat. They live above
Hmm.
the laundromat, and there's haggard-looking Michelle Yeoh, who just looks like stereotypical, and her husband who just seems to be such a nice guy, and the daughter who's all disheveled, and she with her girlfriend there, and it's just a interesting setup. What did you think?
Yeah, so like it's these kind of movies are always weird, I think, at the beginning because as the audience, I would say for the most part, I'm sure some people go to movies blind. I'm sure that happens quite often,
Yes.
or without knowing. I'm so sorry, without knowing anything about the movie. I shouldn't say that. So I do believe that like you start. It's weird to watch these parts because you're like, I know that something's gonna change.
Yes. Yeah.
Right? Like like something way outlandish is gonna happen. Not like because if you went into this movie and you hadn't known anything about it going in, like you'd never seen a preview, I feel like it would really blow your mind because this opening part is so average. And that's the point. It's like average every day, the monotony of life and the misery of like certain things, right?
Yeah, there was so much miserable things, but they shot it in a comedic way. Like
Yeah, like life is funny and also like the things that make us less than ourselves or questionable to other people are also funny.
yeah, she had this antagonistic relationship with her daughter, who their back and forth was frustrating but funny. It was
Yeah.
still kind of like whatever. And then when the granddaddy shows up down there, basically he shouldn't have had no drawers on. That would have made it even funnier, because the way the daughter reacted when she saw him, like you see him every day, but you look, he showed up talking about I'm ready to eat, I'm hungry, you know,
Yeah.
and that disgusting stuff he was doing with his
With his
with his
tissue.
nose and the
But
chops.
I mean, like, I feel like that's, just some people do that.
Oh God, but it was disgusting. So the girlfriend is there, and she was, the mom, does not introduce the girlfriend as a girlfriend to the grandfather, and that causes a rift. So she's upset and mad, and she leaves, and they have to go to the IRS. And I guess she was gonna go, but now she's upset. The daughter's upset, and they have to go to the IRS because I guess the way they keep their, they're being
It's
audited.
like the claims that they've been making to the IRS
Yeah, just to
are
make
found to be fraudulent,
Yeah,
right?
yeah, because they're running a laundromat, and it's karaoke machines and all this stuff. But one thing I did really like about the Michelle Yeoh character, right from the beginning, was she was setting up that New Year's Eve party.
Yes.
I like that and she invited everybody in this movie. It took me to the end of the movie to realize that everybody in this opening scene is in all the rest of the scenes.
Yeah, like multiple people play multiple people.
Right. And, she invites the one young lady, to the party as they're leaving out. And she's looking at her like, yeah, sure. Ain't no way in hell I'm coming. But she was
Yeah.
there later
Yeah.
on. So I thought that was interesting. What is Michelle Yeoh's character name?
Evelyn.
Evelyn, right. And so they go to the IRS, and there's Jamie Lee Curtis looking the worst I've ever seen.
I love it. I just love that she's really leaning into this character. And I mean, you guys, I don't want to like jizz my pants over this movie, but it's fucking fantastic. Like, it's so good. Everybody's doing such a good job.
Yep.
The characters are strange, but like in a way that's like, I mean, and things happen that become unbelievable because it's whatever, but like they're all very believable characters, right?
Yeah.
You've met this fucking person.
Yeah, yeah.
And they're terrible.
No, she was awful, man.
Yeah, she was basically just like, I used to work for the state, and there are people who the only joy in their life
100%
is to make someone fucking miserable or to have a gotcha or catch you.
Yep.
And it's like, and they spent probably way more government money
Yep.
ferreting out these people
Yeah.
than the $50 that someone scammed from the IRS.
Yeah. This is definitely a character, but her appearance just cracks.
I know.
With the big stomach. I like when she sucks it in, when she,
when she's very powerful.
Yeah. So, right, she gets this piece of paper that has instructions that she's walking up, and they're outlandish instructions, and you've seen the preview, so it's got something to do with her doing something else, and she chooses not to follow the directions. She goes and she sits down, and as she's reading,
he said you can do either.
Yeah. So next thing you know, that scene when she sucked into the closet was interesting because I felt like everybody saw it, but then once she's in the closet, you realize, oh, she's in two different places. And then her husband Wayman comes in, but he's not Wayman. And I love when he takes off the glasses, and he's
so cool.
He's so
here's the thing. Even in the Goonies, I thought he was cool, right? I mean, I know they were nerds and he was supposed to be a nerd, but he was cool. He was like, yeah, that's the cool nerd. And like here he's like, and you guys, later he's in the movie, when she's a movie star and he sees her, ha cha cha.
He's a smooth MF.
Woo! I was like, holy shit.
Look, people my age grew up with Kwan, man. He was short round, he was in the Goonies, and then he disappeared totally for years.
He talked about that in this movie, not in this movie, but like in some interviews for this movie.
What did he say?
Well, like there's a lot of Asian racism as far as like leading characters in Hollywood. That was part of the problem for him.
Well, good for him. He came back, and it's
so good.
He's so perfect because he is such a genuine, sweet person as the husband. You know what I'm saying? He's just like, I just don't understand. And even Wayman, the futuristic Wayman, he's like, look, haven't you noticed that people are just mean? They're just not kind. It's all because of this, and you're gonna make your choice. So they zoom to the other universe where this character walks up. Looks like she has an old lady wig on, and this is the antagonist, right? But we don't know who it is, and I had no idea who it was gonna be. So in the middle of this thing, it happens. She does the warp, she puts the things on, and she's in two places at once, and she gets taught Kung Fu real quick.
Yeah, so I think the first person that is it the movie star, because the movie star became famous kind of like a Bruce Lee situation where a very talented martial artist then got into movies because there was a martial arts movie demand, right?
Yes.
So that's kind of like, so she was a very good martial artist and then she was an actress.
Right.
And so
very interesting how they
pull these skills. I love this. So basically the Wayman that is the alpha Wayman, the other Wayman, the one that comes from the other universe, is badass, right? He fights with a fanny pack.
Let's talk about the fanny pack scene, man.
Let's talk about it.
Blew my cheek. He was like Bruce Lee, man. He had the serious look, he had the moves, and he pulls his fanny pack and he beats the shit out of these four guards, who I felt sorry for because they were like, none of them wanted to fight him.
Right.
Like, come on, man, come on. And next thing you know, he's beating the shit out of them. They're getting beat up, and he don't even pull punches with the lady. Dude pulls out the gun, takes the gun away from him. Then he puts the fish rocks.
The fish rocks in there. And then I will say that, like, you guys, it's brilliantly choreographed.
It's beautiful.
It's really great to watch. It's funny. And then at the end, the last move whips it around and he gets it back on his belt. And I was like, this is amazing.
Yeah.
So
all
good.
With a fanny pack. And then he turns back into Wayman. It keeps going in and out.
So it's kind of like you're a vessel, like they're a vessel for people who can jump.
Yeah.
But also like that's the thing. They're jumping through the people's memories and then they're retaining their skills.
And let's not forget that when that was happening, like the divorce paper shows up, and I was confused with the divorce paper because I wasn't sure whose it was until they talked about it more.
Yeah, it was Wayman had them at the
he just wanted
party.
to have them there. He was like, oh
Yeah.
no, and so then this conversation is happening during this all these ass whoopings and stuff, about this divorce, right? It's like, well, why would you? He was like, well, you never, we don't talk, and there's nothing in between us. So I thought that was such an interesting, like, it's not even a trope, but it was such a different dichotomy going on that you just like, there's like so much stuff going on with this lady in her life, and at the same time, all this save the universe stuff was happening too, and it never got convoluted for me. They did a really good job.
No, it's very linear as far as like it's a very confused, it's not confusing plot, but like to try to like explain to someone exactly what happened, you probably couldn't, but it makes sense while you're watching it.
Yeah. And this is a great part too, when Jamie Lee Curtis turns into like the Jason Voorhees. Like she's just like walking around the office, stalking her, up the stairs and down the stairs, and she gets her head rammed into the wall and stuff like that. And it's just like so good, man. It's like, wow, really, really, really good. What did you think?
Yeah, I think that it's a really, so sometimes my hair is crazy. Sometimes when you are trying to create a villain, right? You can do stuff like, I like that in this one, since they're all the same and it's just like variable slight differences that like could be advantageous or not. That they do a lot of like lighting work and like she's doing a lot of body work to like make the subtle changes to be like, there's this one and then there's this one. And I thought that was really, and I think at this point we've talked about Jobu Tupaki, like in the movie, not us personally. But like, so these are Jobu Tupaki is the big bad in this movie.
Yeah.
And this is one of her minions, and that's why, so there's the circle symbol that happens throughout the movie that we'll talk about. And I actually thought this was kind of creepy. I mean, maybe because I've been playing a video game that sets place in an office with creepy people, but like this was kind of creepy to me.
Yeah, it turns out that the villain is the daughter.
Yes.
And that was very surprising to me. I didn't see it coming.
But it makes so much sense when you like, I want to see this movie again knowing everything.
Yeah, because you didn't know what the hell was going to happen next. Very, very interesting movie. You know what, I like to just take a break out real quick and just say, I will say this movie isn't for everybody, man. And not everybody's going to feel the way about it that we are feeling about it. There were people in my movie theater laughing out loud, a lot of them. In a lot of
it's supposed to be funny.
There were people who walked out of the theater.
Yeah, we had people walk out as well. But it wasn't. It was weird because, like, to me, this doesn't seem offensive in any way. But so, like, I think maybe what you're talking about is that there's things that go in people's butts. There's the scenes where she fights with the dildos as a double-edged sword.
Yeah.
So part of this is that the theme of this movie, kind of, not to like get too ahead of everything, is that like, yeah, nothing matters, and therefore it matters. Right? So like, it's like has to do with like depression and stuff, and her daughters and their inability to accept each other and all these other themes, and like just being good to people, which is that's why I kind of said beautiful at the top, is that like Evelyn learns eventually that that's what it's about. But anyway, so what I'm saying is that like, because of just like the chaotic nature of that kind of mentality and the power that Jobu Tupaki has, is like that things get weird and strange. Like she kills that guy by turning his head into confetti. Like, do you know what I mean? Like,
yeah.
So it makes sense in the movie, but to like isolated incidents. Yeah.
So they have this showdown that's happening, where the guys had the things up their cheeks, which it bothered me.
Who fucking cares? It's so funny.
So,
but I do think that there's a lot in this movie where this is funny for this person, not for this person. This is funny for that other person, and not for the other person.
Yeah. I was definitely able to just to keep on rolling. And this thing, they're fighting, and it's a kung fu flick. And what I'm really liking about this movie is right around this time, it stops being a kung fu flick, and it turns more into a sci-fi drama. And I thought that was such a great choice, because if they would have just kept fighting through the whole movie to the end, for 2 hours, then it would have got really old. You know what I'm saying? To me, I would have. I don't know. How did you feel about that?
No, I like that. Like, if it would not be the same. It wouldn't be like everything was different. It would be like barely different.
Yeah.
This incorporates one of the things I love about this movie too is that like, so when it starts to become more of a time travel
Yeah.
drama or
Right.
multiverse drama, they go play every time I watch a movie that has multiple realities. I'm always like, why isn't there an animated reality? Why isn't there this kind of reality? Why is it always like barely different realities?
I get you.
And this fucking movie, you guys, they go to fucking places that are they do a stick drawing one. They have like one where there's pinatas. There are rocks in one for a lot, and that scene with the rocks is really poignant. And I think that's part of the reason why I like the Daniels so much is because they take these ridiculous concepts or something that like if you were thinking about it, be like, that's like when I say it out loud, I'm like, that sounds pretty stupid.
Yeah.
But there's this really poignant moment where they're just two rocks.
I thought that was going to ruin the movie, but it was people were laughing out hysterically loud during that whole scene. Like, and I was like, it works. The scene worked. It worked really good. So the daughter's the villain, and she's trying to like basically convince the mother to come along with her to to
into the everything bagel.
But it's basically just I believe going to cancel out everything. The end of everything, end of the universe.
Or specifically, I think those two would definitely die. She was looking for a way to no longer be conscious.
Yeah, and the mom had become more conscious because she had the ability to go past the fractures. Because she could do it on her own. She was kind of like this special thing. And the other women kept coming in, because there was like a force led by the grandfather to stop, the granddaughter.
Yes.
And that scene where she had the blade to cut her throat as she was not the antagonist, she was actually her daughter. And she couldn't cut her throat. She cut her loose and stuff. But the girl was like, Mom,
that's Rikikuni scene, which I think we have to talk about Rikikuni.
Okay, go ahead.
Because I love Rikikuni. But when she's like screaming about like, the movie where the raccoon makes the chef, Rikikuni, Rikikuni. And then the daughter's like, do you mean Ratatouille? Yeah. And they both laugh at her in a way. I think that's such a great like mother-daughter moment. But then later there is a Rikikuni.
Yeah, and I didn't know where they were going with that. Once it was revealed and stuff, because at that point it was so much chaos going on in the movie.
Yes,
this was happening, this was happening, this was happening. But going back to the
hot dog scene. What do you think about the hot dog universe?
I was like, Tiff probably loves this. The people had hot dogs for hands.
I love it. They put it in their mouths and they're like mustard coming out of their mouths. Amazing. I know you're so upset, but I mean, like we're kind of coming to this point in the movie where like, obviously there's a parallel between her joy, which is.
I thought the hot dog people scenes were actually really good, especially knowing that, thought she was the enemy in every universe, but that was her lover in that universe.
Yeah.
Just like, oh, that was really, really good.
And there's lots of times that like they have those connections between her, and that's another like lovely thing about this movie is that like in a lot of ways we're all the same.
But Wayman's speech about being kind.
I know.
Oh my goodness, I was like, man, I wish the world could hear that scene, especially when they got back to a little kung fu action. And he was just like, be kind. Just please. Be kind. And it sounds ridiculous, but to see his performance doing that, bravo, Chief. Bravo.
It's really very moving. I think like this is one of those movies that like, if you were feeling down, you could, I mean, I was kind of feeling down when I saw it. And I think it made me feel better, which is a crazy accomplishment for a piece of art of any kind.
Yeah.
But at this point, after that speech, Evelyn has like she goes through and it like there's that moment of change when she realizes, obviously this is the message of the movie, that like you're sad and sometimes you fight back with anger because you are upset with the things that are happening in your life or the way that things have turned out. And it was like, but the answer is to push it back out and make the world better for other people, because that's how you make the world better for yourself, and be kind and blah blah. So she does all these. So instead of like fighting these people, she does all these ridiculous things like that make them happy.
Yeah, she gave them joy. I was like, it was a lot of people in that room. I was like, how long is it?
But they did it well, yeah.
Let's also rewind back just a minute when the movie was almost, you thought it was over. I was like,
oh, when they run the short credits?
yeah, and I was like, no. But then I was like, they did it for so long. I was like, damn, they gonna end this shit like this, man. It's not gonna be a good movie. I was like, man, I'm about to tear this movie up. And then like it got back into it, and I was like, wow. So that's why I said I didn't trust it when it did it. And I was like, is it more?
Yeah.
You know. So they had those scenes with her and the daughter are contemplating stepping into the oblivious, you know, into the thing, and you know. That was a good back and forth struggle, especially with, you know, I love the fact that they was having that conversations in multiple universes, especially at the laundromat where the mom goes crazy. She gets the divorce papers. She, you know, cracks the window out and stuff, you know, takes the bat away from the cop or security guard, you know, and I was like, what is this IRS agent doing coming here after work just to tear this lady up? And they end up, smoking on a vape or something like that, and become
talking about her divorce.
Become friendly, and it was working. And the only person that couldn't see it was the daughter, but the daughter was missing, in my opinion, that connection with the mother that they did not have, which a lot of you know women and their moms don't have. But they're able to make that connection and agree to disagree and agree to be different, but agree that I still love you. And it was powerful, Tev. That was really, really powerful. I was like, wow, this movie is not what you think it is, you know. And I'm so glad it didn't want to be a kung fu flick, because that's what I thought it was.
You gotta watch this movie.
Yeah.
There's like it's just a really well done movie, and it's interesting and different. It's like different than a lot of movies you've seen, and
it's the most different movie I've seen in a long time, Tiff. I did not expect this at all. Yeah.
And it's just worth your time, I think.
Yeah, I would agree with you 100%. It was really, really interesting. I recommend it. But I will say again, it's not for everybody. Some of this stuff, like, I mean, just what happened in that movie theater, I've never seen that. Like, people enjoying it so much, and then people literally, I'm out of here, you know. And I'm like, wow, you know, and it was, I ain't never seen that before. So I don't know, man. It's a total recommend from anybody who likes like kung fu flicks, sci-fi flicks, especially ones with heart that can, you know, give you something that's not your everyday run of the mill. What about you?
I can't recommend it more.
All right, man. Then so that's it, man. We came to do that thing and we got it done. And so that's gonna do it, man. I have no idea, but I know in the spirit of interdimensional garbage, we did the one. Y'all remember that? Jet Li, the one. Sorta, I thought was gonna be like kind of the same thing when this thing first came out. It's not the same thing at all. But some interesting things in the one.
Yeah, excited to talk about it.
Yes, indeed. So check that out on the Patreon, man. You know, so that'll be available on Wednesday, man. So that's it, Tiff. I don't know what we're doing next week. We have to come up with something. So until next week, that's it, man. I'm the host of Fans of Patrol, Mr. Button, all the way up to the top. With me is my co-host, Miss tiffelbot. Say goodbye to these lovely, lovely Tiff.
It's been a pleasure as always.
All right, and until next week, man, we will be
on patrol.
It's Patrol time.